Hey there, folks. This is Wes Ulbrich, League Secretary for GHTBL. This is another video on the history of the game in the Hartford area. This one's called Hartford's First Ball Game Under Electric Lights. In Connecticut's capital, a technological experiment occurred on Wednesday evening, July 23rd, 1890. It was Hartford's first night baseball game aided by electric light. The event made national headlines and was touted as the greatest novel attraction of the season by the Hartford Courant. 10 of what they called arc lamps belonging to the Hartford Electric Company were connected to generators and suspended above Ward Street grounds, where the baseball field was. More than 2,000 spectators paid admission to witness the contest. At that time, the leisurely game of baseball had become a professional enterprise in Hartford, though it was a minor league one. The Hartfords were in last place in the Atlantic Association, so they needed a jolt in attendance. The night game allowed fans with day jobs to be patrons on a weekday. According to a humorous Hartford Post article, the Hartford baseball team does well to play at night. Many of its games would look better in absolute darkness. The evening game matched Hartford with the original Baltimore Orioles, and the locals knew them well. Baltimore's manager was Bald Billy Barney, a former member of the 1874 Hartford Dark Blues. The Orioles also featured Connie Mack, who started his catching career with Meriden and Hartford. Leading the hometown club were directors and shareholders of the Hartford Baseball Association. A printer named A.W. Lang served as president of the organization, and a former major leaguer named John M. Henry was Hartford's manager. The team's three-hitter was Gentleman George Stallings, who became a longtime manager in the big leagues. Hartford would see a boost in ticket sales, but the evening game was a debacle. Due to an insufficient amount of light, the experiment was labeled a burlesque and a parody. Players were unable to track the ball in dim lighting, and batters were bunting for base hits. Every man on defense played in, and fielders rolled the ball to first base to record outs. The exhibition game was called off after 4 innings. No official score was taken. While Hartford's first night game failed, the attempt built upon previous experiments. Baseball by electric light traced back to July of 1880, a year after Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. The Boston Post reported on a night game between amateur nines at Nantasket Beach in Hull, Massachusetts. One of Edison's rivals, Edward Weston, supplied the lights. Here's a drawing of the Weston arc lamps. There were many naysayers and detractors to the idea, but Hartford's club tested night baseball again in 1901. This time, a string of carbide lights were hung by poles around Hartford Baseball Park, near Hamner Street and Wethersfield Avenue today. The game was described as a successful demonstration of night baseball. Spectators were said to be amused, and they did not seem to care that Hartford lost to Brockton 15-8.